Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Add Maths plus Maths. We are now going to discuss another lesson in algebra, which is titled Simultaneous Equation. When we say simultaneous equation, from the word simultaneous, we are solving two equations at the same time. Okay? There are three different methods that I'm going to discuss to you on how to solve simultaneous equation this time. First is solving by using graphical method. Second is solving by using elimination method. And the third one is solving using substitution method. So all these methods I'll be discussing in this video. So please stay tuned and listen carefully on what I'm going to say, and don't skip the video so that you will learn how to solve simultaneous equation. So first is solving simultaneous equations graphically. Solve the simultaneous equation y is equal to 2x minus 2 and y is equal to x plus 1. So we have two equations over here. If I am going to graph the two equations, I'll end up letting these two equations or two lines intersect at a certain point. And the intersection points or the intersection point will become the solution of the equations. Okay, so let's try to graph. Y is equal to 2x minus 2. Let's represent x as 0, 1, and 2. If x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0 minus 2, y is negative 2. If x is 1, 2 times 1 minus 2 is equivalent to 0. If x is 2, 2 times 2 minus 2 is equal to 2. Okay, let's try to plot in all those. So these are the points. Okay, I have the equation of y equals 2x minus 2 over here, or the graph of that line y is equal to 2x minus 2 is there. Next, let's try to graph y is equal to x plus 1. Y equals x plus 1. Let's represent again x is 0, 1, and 2. If it is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. If it is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. If it is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So I'll have 1, 2, 3 as values of y. Let's try to plot in the points. I have 0, 1, 1, 2, and 2, 3. Okay, I'll draw the line. The line is now this one. Okay, you will notice that the two lines intersect at a certain point over here, which is represented by the coordinates. 3 is the x coordinate and 4 is the y coordinate. So it means, okay, the lines intersect at that point 3, 4. And if the line intersect at that point 3, 4, then the solution of the simultaneous equation are x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. As easy as this. Okay? So there's no need for us to solve anymore as long as you will see the intersection point. The intersection point will determine the values or the solution of the simultaneous equation from your coordinates. The x coordinate will be the solution for x, and the y coordinate will be the solution for your y. Okay? Next. How about solving simultaneously or simultaneous equations using the elimination method? Okay? Let's try this one, and I'll show you how to do elimination method. Okay? I have here 3x plus 2y is equal to 17 and x plus 2y is equal to 7. Let's try to write it vertically. When I say vertically, I'll write the first equation followed by the second equation vertically, where the equal sign are in line with one another. all x should be in line, all y should be in line, and the constant number should be on the right and should be in line. Okay? Now, test your simultaneous equation and take a look at if the variables are the same. For example, I have here 3x and x are not the same. Okay, the variables are the same, but the numerical coefficients are not the same. Okay, so I'm not going to touch x. Okay, let's take a look at y. I have 2y and 2y. They have the same numerical coefficient and also with the same sign. Okay, so what should I do if I have same numerical coefficients of that variable and will have same sign also? If I have this, then I need to subtract. Okay, so equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Okay, subtract. If I am going to subtract, the result will become 3x minus x is 2x, 17 minus 7 is 10. And remember, 2y minus 2y is 0. So do I need to put in 0 over there? No need. Okay, so I'll be having or ending up with 2x is equal to 10. So if you end up with this equation, 2x is equal to 10, then what you need to do is to divide both sides by 2 so that I can make x the subject of the formula. Okay, making x the subject of the formula will lead us to the answer or to the solution of x. X now is equal to 5. Okay, if x is equal to 5, I can just substitute any of these two equations I have here. Okay, substitute x is equal to 5 in equation 1 and then solve to find y. So let's try to substitute it in equation number 1. You can also use equation number 2, but in this presentation, I'll change the equation number 1. If I change equation number 1, it will become 15 plus 2y is equal to 17. Why 15? Because 3 times 5. Remember, the x is 5. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2y is equal to 17. I'll take away 15 from both sides. Okay, so it will become 2y is equal to 2. And I'll divide both sides by 2, y is equal to 1. Okay, so you know now what is the value of the x and what is the value of the y. As simple as that. That will be our elimination method. Let's try to check. Okay, 3 times 5 plus 2x is equal to 17, correct? Because 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2 is 17. It's equal to 17. 5 plus 2 times 1 is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So, you are able to give the correct answers. So, the solution are x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 1. Okay, let's have another example for elimination method. Solve the simultaneous equation 3x minus 4y is equal to 1 and 2x plus 4y is equal to 14. Again, I have written it vertically. Okay, you will notice 3x and 2x, the numerical coefficients are different. So I'm not going to eliminate the x. I'm going to eliminate the y because I have negative 4y and positive 4y. Even if the symbols or signs are different, I still can eliminate 4y and negative 4y by addition. Okay? Remember, if you add a negative and a positive number, okay, with the same number, I can make it 0. So I can eliminate. I'll try to add equation 1 and equation 2. So if I add equation 1 and equation 2, I will eliminate negative 4y and 4y, and I'll end up having the equation 5x is equal to 15. Because 3x plus 2x is 5x, 1 plus 14 is equal to 15. Okay, so I have now 5x is equal to 15. Okay, to find out what is the value of the x, okay, I'll just divide both sides by 5. I'll end up with x is equal to 3. Okay, since we know that x is equal to 3, I can change any of the equation. Okay, I can substitute in the value of the x, which is 3. Okay, so let's see. Let's try equation number 2. Okay, let's try to change that x and substitute it with 3. Okay, so it will become 6 plus 4y is equal to 14. So 2 times 3 is 6. That's why it becomes 6 plus 4y. 4y is equal to 14. I'll just copy the entire equation. Change the value of the x to 3. 2 times 3 is 6. That's why you have 6 plus 4y is equal to 14. And then take away that 6 by subtracting both sides by 6. So if I subtract both sides by 6, I'll end up having 4y is equal to 8. Okay, so since 4y is equal to 8 now, I'm just going to divide both sides by 4 so that I can have y is equal to 2. Okay, so you know now that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Let's check our answers. 3 times 3 because x is 3 minus 4 times 2 because y is 2. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9 minus 4 times 2 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. So check. Next, I have 2x plus 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4 times 2 is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. So I'll have a check on that. Okay, so it means our answers are valid. Therefore, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Okay, let's have another example. I have here 2x plus 3y is equal to 5 and 5x minus 2y is equal to 22. You will notice that if I will compare the x, they are different. If I will compare the y, they are also different. Okay, so I need to find out a way wherein it's either the x or the y can be the same. Okay, I can multiply the first equation by 5 and I can multiply the second equation by 2 so that I can make the x's or the numerical coefficient of the x the same. Or, okay, so this is another way. I can multiply the first equation by 2 and multiply the second equation by 3 so that I can make the numerical coefficient of y same but with different signs. Okay, so let's see what the presentation will give us. Okay, it says multiply by 2 the first equation. So he is suggesting that we make the y, the numerical coefficient, with the same, or the numerical coefficient of y with the same number, okay, but with different symbols. Okay, multiply by 3 for the second equation. So you'll end up with this. So you'll have now new equations over here. Okay, so you are able to generate new equations wherein the numerical coefficients of y have the same number with different signs. Okay, since they have different signs, okay, in order for me to eliminate 6y and negative 6y, I am going to add equation 3 and equation 4. Okay, if I am going to add, I'll be left with 19x is equal to 76. Okay, by the way, if you multiply an equation by a number, you have to multiply everything. For example, 2x times 2 is 4x, 3y times 2 is 6y. Then you also need to multiply that 5 by 2, it becomes 10. 5x, you multiply by 3, 5x times 3 is 15x, negative 2y times 3 is negative 6y, 22 times 3 is 66. That's why you come up with these equations, or you are able to generate these equations over here. Okay, So 4x plus 15x is 19x. 6y plus negative 6y is 0. Okay, so we are able to eliminate the numerical coefficients and the y. Okay, 10 plus 66 is 76. If I will divide both sides by 19, I'll end up finding the value of the x, which is 4. Okay, next, I want to find out the value of the y. If I want to find out the value of the y, I'll just basically change any of these two equations, the original equations that we have. Okay, so the presentation suggests us to use equation number 1. Okay, so if I use equation number 1, it will become 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3y is equal to 5. So 2 times 4, 8. Okay, so it will become 8 plus 3y is equal to 5. I'll take away that 8. Okay, if I will subtract both sides by 8, 3y is equal to negative 3. Okay, and I divide both sides by 3. If I divide both sides by 3, y is equal to negative 1. Okay, now let's check. If you're going to check, you just substitute the value of the x with 4, substitute the value of the y with negative 1, okay, and you'll end up with 5 for the first equation. You'll end up with 22 for the second equation. Okay, therefore, our answers are valid. Now, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to negative 1. Okay, so this is how we do elimination method. Now, let's move on to the third method, which is solving simultaneous equation using the substitution method. In the substitution method, you make x or y the subject of one of the equations and then substitute into the other equation. I repeat, in the substitution method, you make x or y, so either x or y, okay, be the subject of one of the equations. So only one equation. You can choose either the first equation or the second equation, where you make x or y the subject of one of the equations and then substitute into the other equations with which you did not touch. Okay, next. So example, let's see. In example number 1, x is already the subject of the equation. Okay, x is already a subject of the equation, meaning the value of x is equivalent to y plus 2. So it means substitution method suggests us to substitute the value of the x in the second equation, wherein we are going to use the value of the x from the first equation. So the value of the x is y plus 2. Substitute it to the x in the second equation. It will become, okay, y plus 2 plus 4y is equal to 7. So what did I do? Since x is equal to y plus 2, I change this x with y plus 2, then plus 4y, then equals 7. I just basically copy and substitute that x. Okay, y plus 4y is 5y. So 5y plus 2 is equal to 7. I'll take away these 2 by subtracting both sides by 2. So it will become 5y is equal to 5. Divide both sides by 5, you'll have y is equal to 1. Okay, if you want to find out what is the value of the x, I'll just substitute in the value of the y here with what I've got from my first working, which is y equals 1. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Okay, so x is now equal to 3. Therefore, our solutions are x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. Next, solve these equations. 2x plus 3y is equal to 18 and x minus 2y is equal to 2. Make x the subject of equation number 2. Why did it suggest equation number 2? Because equation number 2 has x alone over here. It doesn't have any numerical coefficient. So it's easier for us to make x the subject of the equation. Okay, so if I want to make x the subject of the equation, I'll bring negative 2y to the right side by adding both sides by 2y. Okay, so x now is equal to 2 plus 2y. So this is now our equation number 3. Since the value of x is equal to 2 plus 2y, then I can change x with 2 plus 2y on the first equation. Okay, then solve that equation. Okay, substitute. X becomes 2 plus 2y. Remember, don't forget to put the bracket. Okay, again, don't forget to put the bracket because 2 plus 2y is one quantity, and when you expand the bracket, you have to distribute that 2 to 2 and 2y. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2y is 4y. We'll have now 4 plus 4y plus 3y is equal to 18. And remember, 4y plus 3y is 7y, so it will become 4 plus 7y is equal to 18. If you want to solve for y, just take away this 4. Okay, by subtracting both sides by 4, you'll have 7y is equal to 14. And y now is equal to 2 by dividing both sides by 7. Okay, now you know that x is equivalent to 2 plus 2y and y is equal to 2. So if you want to look and find the value of x, okay, you just need to substitute the y with 2, which comes from solving the value of the y here. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 will become 6. So x is equal to 6. Okay, thus the solution of the problem or the simultaneous equation is x is equal to 6, y is equal to 2. Third example, solve the equations 4x minus 3y is equal to 1 and 3x plus y is equal to 17. You will notice that it's only y here that doesn't have any numerical coefficient. That's why I am going to use again the second equation and bring 3x to the right side. If I'll bring 3x to the right side, I'll need to subtract both sides of the equation or equation number 2 with 3x. So y is equal to 17 minus 3x. So work on to the simpler equation. Okay, so y is equal now to 17 minus 3x. If you know that the quantity or the value of y is 17 minus 3x, I can change this y with 17 minus 3x on the first equation because I already worked out the second equation. Okay, so substitute for y in equation number 1, you'll come up with this. 4x minus 3 times the quantity of 17 minus 3x. Again, I will repeat, don't forget to put that quantity into a bracket. Okay, so I changed that value of the y with 17 minus 3x, but I put bracket because I need to expand this bracket and distribute negative 3 to 17 and negative 3x. Okay, so if I will distribute negative 3 times 17, negative 3 times negative 3x, I'll have 4x minus 51 plus 9x is equal to 1. 4x plus 9x is 13x. 13x minus 51, okay, this negative 51, I'll add both sides by 51. You'll come up with 52 on the right. Okay, I'll divide both sides by 13. I'll come up with x is equal to 4. Okay, next. Substitute x as 4 into equation number 3. Why? Because you know already that x is equal to 4 and you know that y is equal to 17 minus 3 times x. And negative 3 times x is negative 12. 17 minus 12 will give you y is equal to 5. Therefore, the value of the x is 4 and the value of the y is 5. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Okay, I hope you have learned something from this video. And if you have learned something, don't forget to push that notification bell, click the subscribe button, like it, and share it with your friends, most especially those who are studying mathematics and additional mathematics. Thank you, and God bless all of you.